This video's fan shoutout goes to the gamer Simon. Thank you for your support.
Start!
Ever since the 8th entry in the main series, Mario Party games have been making some missteps. It hasn't been as bad on the handheld games, but many of us remember Mario Party 10 in a less than positive light. Fortunately, this latest entry, which feels and sounds like a reboot, is a nice return to what made the older games great while presenting new ideas. This is Super Mario Party for the Switch. It's the same concept with a very minimal story. The cast of the Mushroom Kingdom want to determine who the superstar is, so they have a party to decide. The main thing here is, what does being on the Switch do for Mario Party? Well, for starters, it gives the game good presentation with polished HD visuals and well-made sound, about what you'd expect from the series at this point. The graphics aren't mind-blowing, but they're not bad either. The first thing you'll notice is that Nintendo brought independent movement back, no longer forcing all players to move all at once in a cart. They also included the different dice types and allies from Star Rush, which is a nice addition. So now Party Mode and Partner Party have basic mechanics to make it more like the Mario Party we remember, since even when you're part of a team, you still move on your own, but with any allies you find along the way helping you move further. It's the familiar structure of roll the dice, move through the board, buy the star when you reach the star space, play mini games after every turn. My only issues were that in Partner Party, you couldn't claim the star unless you actually land on the space. You can't just go through it like in Party Mode. Also, the boards themselves aren't that exciting even though they have cool themes. It just feels like there's not as much to them as in old games, even with the special events and traps in each board. Maybe it's because they feel small compared to MP2 or MP4's boards, but the change in mechanics does make Party Mode and Partner Party fun to play. There's also a new 4-player co-op mode called River Survival, where all players use their Joy-Cons to paddle along a dangerous river to reach the end before time runs out. The river portion itself is a good challenge that uses the motion controls well, but I feel like the best part was that it introduces 4-player co-op minigames, a series of minigames where all 4 of you work together towards a common goal, which is usually beating the clock. It's a nice addition to Mario Party, and I'm curious to see what else Nintendo does with it in the next installment. Oh come on, you know there's going to be a Super Mario Party 2. On the subject of minigames, that's where the biggest effects of this system on the series are felt. In order to keep things simple, Super Mario Party requires all players to play with individual Joy-Cons. You can't use Pro Controllers. This is because a lot of minigames have you hold and move the Joy-Con a certain way to play. While at first I was annoyed that you couldn't play this game with a Pro Controller, after a while of playing, it made sense. There is a fun batch of minigames here. A good amount you just play the standard way, and more that you play with gyro and motion controls, and it's not overdone like the MP games on the Wii. Super Mario Party seems to be aware of the world it's in too, as in, here's this minigame that's basically Instagram in real life. And here's one showing Amazon taking over all shipping business. Your days are at an end, FedEx! So you've got your party mode minigames, your 4-player minigames, but now there's even more. Soundstage is a mode that introduces you to rhythm minigames. These are fun to play in short bursts to mix things up. Unfortunately, these games don't seem to read your motions correctly all the time. But what really impressed me were these new team minigames, and I don't mean the 2v2 minigames, those are here too, but what I mean are minigames where each team goes from having 2 players to 10 players. This is a brilliant way to add some excitement to your Mario Party. Gather your bot-controlled allies and play some soccer, hot potato, or all-out balloon-popping war, along with other games of this type. I really enjoyed these minigames. Finally, there's Toad's Rec Room, full of minigames meant to be played with 2 switches joined together on a table. Some of them can be played on the TV, but they're all best played in their intended dual switch form, if that's the right term to use. My favorite is the return of Shell Shocked in tabletop form.
Hasta la vista, baby.
The main minigames can be played in a solo challenge mode, but now they can also be played with people online. Many people will be disappointed that this is where online play with this game ends. Just minigames and no party mode. But on the plus side, the minigames are probably the best part of this game, and it's still awesome to see Nintendo finally include online multiplayer in Mario Party that plays pretty well with little to no lag. I can actually see why Nintendo didn't include Party Mode or Partner Party in online play, as that would require all players to actively be in a game with decent connection for at least an hour. And this Mario Party in particular is better as a pick up and play kind of game. Still, it would be nice if Nintendo could include online play for Party Mode in the future as an option. Super Mario Party does have its flaws and imperfections, but it still has a lot to make it a worthy buy. It's a much better game than Mario Party 10 for sure. It's a decent purchase for the party mode and a great purchase for the different minigames it has. And that's my review of Super Mario Party for the Nintendo Switch. If you like this review, check out my previous reviews of Mario Party 2 for the N64 and Mario Parties 4 and 5 for the GameCube. See you all next time!
Finish! Winners! Ready? Yeah!